Greetings everyone and welcome back to the Gallagher Shots YouTube channel. My name is Matthew, and after another drab and dreary performance from Newcastle on Sunday against Tottenham, which inexplicably ended in Newcastle smashing and grabbing their way to a point, we are now faced with a last 16 League Cup tie against Newport County. Now, if we can get past Newport, we'll find ourselves in the quarterfinals of the League Cup, something we have not made a habit of in recent seasons. But with a few injury worries and Steve Bruce saying he's going to do the best to make use of the squad available to him, it might prove difficult to predict the starting 11 for this one. However, let's give it a go. Starting off in goal, of course, Caldalo had a fantastic game against Spurs on Sunday, making 62,000 saves or something in 90 minutes. But Mark Gillespie, of course, has been the chosen League Cup keeper so far this season, making clean sheets against Morecambe and Blackburn. Of course, impressing in both games, really more so the Blackburn game where he had much more to do, making some good saves and commanding his area well. So I expect him to remain for this League Cup fixture. Now in defence, I fully expect DeAndre Yedlin to start at right back. He's a player who's been linked with a move away in the close season, but has played the last two League Cup games, and recent noises have said that he's expected to see out his contract at Newcastle United. So I expect him to start at right back. On the other side, I expect Jamal Lewis to start. He didn't start on Sunday, even though he did make the bench. He did end up having to come on for the injured Matt Ritchie, and I think with him being on the bench for that game and having to play more games, I think he will start at left back. The centre-half partnership gets a bit more tricky. Jamal Lascelles did start against Morecambe, but he has played 90 minutes against Brighton, 90 minutes against Morecambe, and then 90 minutes against Spurs. Picked up a couple of what looked like innocuous knocks. Probably not going to keep him out of the game or anything, but I just think that this is the time for Federico Fernandez to pull League Cup duty. And alongside him, although I don't like to see it, I feel like Emil Kraft will play centre-half alongside Federico Fernandez. Now moving into midfield, I think Sean Longstaff will start at the heart of it. Steve Bruce has spoke about how impressed he's been with Sean Longstaff and Jacob Murphy, taking the opportunities afforded them in the League Cup games and really working their way into his thinking when it comes to the league matches. I'm not too sure who will start alongside Sean. Of course, Sean has played the last two League Cup games, has played alongside Isaac Hayden and Dan Barlaser, and I think it will be Dan Barlaser afforded another opportunity to impress in this one. Isaac Hayden, of course, played centre-back for the majority of the game against Tottenham, and I just don't see John Joe Shelby starting this one. So I think the central midfield partnership of Sean Longstaff and Dan Barlaser will start this one. Now, when it comes to the wide players, I think they'll probably play four across the park. I think they'll play Jacob Murphy on the right, a player who impressed against Morecambe. Granted, it was against a poor Morecambe side, but he showed what he can do, and hopefully he can build on that and show what he can do against Newport. He did come on for the last 10-15 minutes or so against Spurs. He could have released the ball a bit quicker. I think he needs time to grow into a game, and hopefully him starting this one will give him some more match sharpness and he can work his way into Bruce's thinking when it comes to the league side. And on the left, I'd like to see Ryan Fraser start. Of course, he wasn't in the squad against Tottenham. Steve Bruce has been quoted today saying it was the right thing to do to leave him out. However, he has said he's well in contention for the coming Wednesday game against Newport. For that reason, I think he'll start. Alan St. Maximin, apparently his injury isn't too bad now, but I just feel like we're going to wrap him in cotton wool and save him for the weekend. He might be on the bench and, that break glass in case of emergency player, but hopefully we won't need him, and we'll see Ryan Fraser and Jacob Murphy flanking the midfield duo of Sean Longstaff and Dan Barlaser. Now finally, our central attacking players. I believe Miguel Almiron will get another start this game. Of course, he started the last two League Cup games, getting an assist for Ryan Fraser's debut goal against Blackburn and contributing one of the 7 goals against Morecambe last week. I appreciate he did start on Sunday, not having the greatest of games. He later came off for Andy Carroll, but I just feel like Steve Bruce will see this as an opportunity to get more game time in his legs, and hopefully he can get on the score sheet again. And speaking of hoping to get on the score sheet again, I believe our centre forward in this game will be Joe Linton. Again, a player who played 90 minutes on Sunday, starting in that perhaps more favoured left wing role. And he actually didn't have too bad a game, but I still think that Steve Bruce will see this as an opportunity, and no offence to Newport, but an opportunity for him to perhaps get on the score sheet, breed some more confidence into him, and hopefully solve the problem that is Joe Linton. So I see him starting centre forward with Miguel Almiron perhaps just behind him. So that's my starting 11 for the Newport County game on Wednesday. Do you think I've got it right? Do you think I've got it wrong? Or is it somewhere in between? Please comment below. Let me know who you'd start in this game. Of course, like the video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the Gallagher Shots YouTube channel.